Hi, everybody. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts and Colossal Fossils. This is a Q&A episode, and let's actually get started, shall we? So, Lukezilla, we'll start with you for the YouTube questions. So, first question: Who would win, Grizzly Bear or Intellidot? Daedon? Give me Grizzly Bear for that one, because it's a little bit smarter than Daedon, and also probably a little bit faster and stronger than Daedon. Who will win, Grizzly Bear or Amphitryon? Grizzly Bear because it's a little bit smarter and stockier, and also uh, probably a slightly better by force. And who would win, Mammoth or Giganotosaurus? That's a close one. I probably am going to go with the Mammoth on this one. The Mammoth would be a bit smarter and also would actually have the ability to uh, keep its keep the front of keep itself in front of the Giganotosaurus, so that way that the Giganotosaurus is not able to try to get to the flanks or otherwise the sides of the woolly mammoth. Then your other questions: Who would win, Daedon or Smilodon Populator? Give me Smilodon Populator. Is this basically Smilodon Populator is faster? It's a little bit more agile, and also it's actually going to have the ability to wrestle that Daedon to the ground in one bite in the throat, and then pretty much it's done. Who will win, Grey Wolf Trio or Kalinkin? Grey Wolf Trio. Grey Wolf Trio, there is no doubt about it, because Kalinkin, even though all by itself it's still a powerful animal, a single Grey Wolf against Kalinkin, yeah, Kalinkin would actually win that one easily. But with a trio of Grey Wolves, not a chance. All 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 Kalinkin would have to do is have the energy to kick one of the Grey Wolves to be nearly killed, but then the other ones would have the ability to actually get to the legs of Kalinkin, and that would be it. And then your final one: who will win, Spinosaurus or Orca Trio? Orca Trio. Orcas are way smarter, and they will be able to use the sonar to stun the Spinosaurus pretty well. And so, yeah, that'll probably be the winner of that one. All right, to the Facebook questions. Jody, have you read Horner and Lessum's The Complete T.rex? Yes, I have. I have read that book. Um, I have borrowed it when I was in middle school. In middle school, I always actually was able to get that book, and I read that through and through. And there were some pretty interesting points about it, even though that this book kind of came out in the late '80s or in the early '90s, and like some really good points were basically like how the body design of T-Rex is, and also the habitat that T-Rex lived in, and of course the uh, the really good scientific ways of that, how were able to dig out the like say the Winkle Rex and also the other types of things that they actually did for this. Now, some of the things that are dated about it is that it has some old hypotheses about Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, like, it was not much, like, it would say that, like, say it had poor eyesight, it would have an astonishing sense of smell, which it did. And and it would say is that it's more likely a scavenger than a hunter, and so that's what Horner kind of did with that book, is that he kind of tried to promote his scavenger T-Rex scavenging hypothesis out a lot, and that's where in the '90s that's where you have that T-Rex hunter scavenger debate going around. But we all know that Tyrannosaurus Rex was both a hunter and a scavenger. And so, yeah, I've read that book through and through, and I haven't read the book recently, so it's been a long time since I've actually read that book. So I might be able to find it somewhere and see if I can actually have it at some point. All right, Benjamin. So your first question is Kentosaurus the most spiky of all stegosaurs? You could say that. Muragaya can actually be in that type in line in lining with that, and also uh, Tyrannosaurus. Those two dinosaurs are actually stegosaurs, and they can be considered to be spiky of all the stegosaurs. But yeah, that's whatever you defend. What do you prefer is spiky, and so Kentosaurus, Miragaia, and Tyrannosaurus. Those are the ones that I think of that are spiky of all the stegosaurs. Is Tyrannosaurus the biggest of European sauropods? I think it is one of them. I am not totally sure. I have to look at every single sauropod that's actually been found in Europe to see whether or not it is the largest. But based on the holotype specimen, I would probably say it is one of them, but I would not be 100% sure. Is Picnomanosaurus, not Picnomen, I can't say this name. Pic or Pycnonemosaurus, the largest of all abelisaurs? No, it is not. There is not enough evidence. There's not a lot of fossil material for this dinosaur to be considered one of the largest. There's one in South America that I can barely say the name, but I can't right now. I totally forgot about the name, but it is considered one of the largest. Carnotaurus is also considered one of the largest abelisaurs. So those are actually considered to be some of the largest. But the one that you're talking about in this question, I'd probably say not really. It from based on the holotype specimen, I mean, there's very little of it that it might not be. So, and can Epicyon crunch bone? Epicyon is a type of canine, so a type of dog-like animal. So it's part of the dog family. Based on the skull, based on pictures of the skull that I've seen, uh, it might be able to. It might actually have that 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 like bite force that like some of the large skulled dogs actually are able to do, are actually able to create in terms of bite forces. So yeah, I think it can crunch bone. In terms of like say, could it like have a stronger bite force than like say a cave hyena or a regular hyena or any of those types of animals? Probably not, because I think those types of animals uh, would actually have higher bite forces than Epicyon. But Epicyon's still a pretty cool canid, so that's a pretty cool animal though. So anyway, but yeah, that's it for now. Next week will actually be an extra episode. I'll let you guys know what kind of topic I'll be talking about. And so stay tuned for that. And if you got any questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com. Or just go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you actually post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Please don't put them in Messenger. Messenger's for private conversations. So make sure you do that. And also for YouTubers out there, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also stomp on that bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every single video that comes out. And also feel free to put your questions in the comment section because I do read them all, and your questions do mean a lot. And yeah, and you can get a shout out in the Q&A episode. And I know you guys like that. And make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALO. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of people around you. And also for younger people out there to make solutions, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have a good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And also in this kind of time, please make sure you're wearing a mask if you're not vaccinated. Wash your hands, social distance. But if you are vaccinated, that's great. You don't have to wear a mask that much, but if you're still cautious about going to public places, you can still wear a mask. And make sure that you guys that are not vaccinated, please get vaccinated because that is very important to reduce the spread of the virus. And since that there's so many variants out there, getting vaccinated is the safest way to make sure you don't get sick. No, so that's why. And you can also check out Colossal Fossils. I'll put the link in the description down below, so that way you can actually check out Colossal Fossils and feel free to donate. We're actually doing fundraising, and especially we're fundraising for a T.rex. So if you actually want to donate, feel free to do so. Hit the donate tab, and you can donate as much as you want, and that'll mean a lot to us. All right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.